you understand?
Hey everybody, I'm Tony Jones, and welcome to the Tony Jones Show.
It's not that people are willing to take the risk. It's just sort of a herd mentality, a lemming-like mentality. If you don't go with the flow, you're anti-American and therefore a suspect.
The Tony Jones Show, featuring punk, rockabilly, psychobilly, and Providence, Rhode Island's finest, starts right now.
He's a dangerous militia member, I hear. Oh, and there she blows.
friends, the time for mediocrity and broadcasting is over. My name is Tony Jones, and you are tuned in to The Tony Jones Show, your destination for talk and rock. Online at TonyJones.org, Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show, and on the almighty Twitter at Tony Jones in RI. Of course, I humbly ask you to go to rifreeradio.org for all your web entertainment needs. We will have some of the best local music on tap for you between now and the top of the hour. And unfortunately, I have to get to some sad news. One of my favorite wrestlers when I was a kid, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, has just passed away at the age of 73. Of course, the first guy to jump off the top of the steel cage. He really was a Superfly back in the day. I mean, that guy did some of the most heart-pounding moves, really affecting a young Tony Jones as a wrestling fan. So we send a big rest in peace to Jimmy Superfly Snuka. If you go to Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show, some friends of ours on a different channel recently did an interview with Mr. Snuka. So I just posted that up at Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show, which has about 12,000 likes. So I want to take a second to thank you all for checking us out on Facebook and keeping up with the program there. Almost going on 12,100 likes at Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. So check that out as you think of Mr. Snuka if you're an old school wrestling fan. So we will go from the sad to the happy because we want to wish a happy birthday to Lisa from Beyond Blonde. Today is her birthday. So we're going to play some Beyond Blonde up next for you right here on the Tony Jones Show. Here's Baron My Bones.
Well, I can be a selfish bitch, strong and to the point. I don't think before I speak, telling all my thoughts. Well, I can be confused, no, I can't always tell. I can be insecure, impatient as all hell. I contradict, I'm unaware, sometimes I lie. Always get the job done, baby, every single time. Most times, sometimes I'm depressed. Just like everybody, I only want the best. Surrounded by stupidity, well, that's hard to take. Turning on my Bible, that's how I escape. I contradict, I'm unaware, but sometimes out of line. Always get the job done, baby, every single time. My bones, yeah. Bury my bones, don't you know? Bury my bones, my soul. Well, I'm burying my bones, let me tell you now. I used to smoke cigarettes, I gave them up last night. I can't do the drugs no, but the alcohol's alright. I like my life the way it is, corners and turns. Thought I'd let you in on corners left unturned. I contradict, I'm unaware, sometimes out of line. Always get the job done, baby, every single time, yeah. Bury my bones, yeah. Well, I can be comical, crazy, and a flirt. But I'd never cross the line, no, that just wouldn't work. I wrote this song to keep it light, down on country flair. To bear my
Baron My Bones, the name of that one, a little beyond blonde right here on the Tony Jones Show. A big happy birthday to Lisa from Beyond Blonde. And up next, we're going to have a double shot of Most Dangerous Men Alive, who will be making their return to the stage this upcoming Friday at Alchemy. They'll be playing with a band called Bumpin' Uglies. What a fantastic name for a band. They'll also be playing with Sergeant Baker and the Clones. And I'll tell you a little bit about Alchemy after this double shot of Most Dangerous Men Alive, because that's where I spent last night, and it brought back a ton of memories because I religiously hung out on Richmond Street and Jerky's and Club Hell back in the day. And, well, as I'm sure anybody who's listened to me for any length of time knows, that I used to be a wee bit of a wild man back in the day. So I want to tell you about a story that took place at Jerky's all those years ago. I also have to send a big shout out to Lenny, known as Lenny the Loon, when he co-hosts the Chuckles Crypt Show. He is tuning in luxurious, scenic West Warwick, Rhode Island. Big shout out to Lenny as we go into a double shot of Most Dangerous Men Alive, starting out with Till My Heart's Content right here on the Tony Jones Show.
It's been a while since I've seen my folks. Now my life's full of cigarettes and dirty jokes. I got 9 words on the tip of my tongue. I got 9 lives and the scope of a gun. Oh, while my life's about to get fasted, I got a real sweet girl running through my head. I feel harder than I knew I should. I miss my baby, but she treats me good. I got no brothers, but I wish I had about a half rosy and a pillow pad so I can smoke it out and watch it burn away. When the flashlight got till it's torn and gray. Oh, my God, I waited for somebody else to kill me till my heart's content. But all they do is build me up and now I'm spent. We got a problem on our hands tonight, 'cause all I do is drink until I stop fighting. Couldn't have me down, but put you to it now. I cry myself an ocean down, I'm swimming down. Yeah. And thank God I just lost my sense of smell. 'Cause everybody's been feeding me the same old shit. I don't get out on my breath, thinks I'm wrong, but can you blame me after everything that I had done for you? And after all you put me through, and na-na-na-na. Oh, my God, I'm waiting for somebody else to kill me till my heart's content. But all they do is build me up and now I'm standing. Got a problem on our hands tonight, 'cause all I do is drink until I start a fight. Couldn't have me never put you to it now. I cry myself an ocean, now I'm swimming out. Yeah. at the photographs reminds me that I sometimes get a little too excited. Well, maybe I'm retarded, but I see that now. And I can't change, but I don't want to. So burn out my pictures, 'cause I already did. Take a seat and pour yourself a glass and fix your problems, but don't fix mine. I'm sorry they were ever yours. You told me I needed some help. Well, I found a Bible on the shelf. It's halfway gone and I still can't find the answer, but what was the question anyway? Oh, you told me I should go to hell. Well, I'm halfway there and I'm never looking back. Well, honey, that's not your problem. I'm not your problem anymore. Try not to be bitter, and I hope you find the time to collect yourself before somebody breaks you down. Oh no, I probably shouldn't worry or forgive so easily. I guess that makes me a better soul than you could ever be. So don't think about me, I'll be fine, not thinking about you. Told me I need some help. Well, I found a Bible on the shelf. It's halfway gone and I still can't find the answer, but what was the question anyway? Oh, you told me I should go to hell. Well, I'm halfway there and I'm never looking back. Oh, honey, that's not your problem. I'm not your problem anymore. Your problem anymore.
Prisoner to you, catching down.
Anchor, the name of that one, coming out of some Nymphadels right here on the Tony Jones Show. Big shout out to them as always. One of my favorite local bands. Got to play with them last night at Alchemy, and of course they were here in studio with us last week, both for the Tony Jones Show and for My Night Out Radio. And they were kind enough to be my guinea pigs for what I'm hoping is going to become a regular thing, as that is the Tony Jones Show equivalent of NPR's Tiny Desk concerts for any bands that come through here with us. We're going to try to shoot a little live video of some acoustic music with them because, you know, I fully understand that there's folks who love to listen to the full show. They want to get the full experience. They want the long format. But there's also folks that just, they want to hear a little and see a little, and we're happy to provide that. Before that, we had a double shot of Most Dangerous Men Alive, Till My Heart's Content, and Not Your Problem. A double shot of Most Dangerous Men Alive in celebration of the fact that they'll be making their way to the live music stage at Alchemy on Friday, January 20th. If you can, go down there and check that out. Alchemy, just a fantastic venue, which, if I'm not mistaken, they actually broke the news of that purchase of that venue here on Rhode Island Free Radio on My Night Out Radio. And last night was my first chance to check it out, and they really fixed up the place. Fantastic staff. Just a great establishment, and it brought back a lot of memories for me because I hung out there quite a bit when it was Jerky's and when it was Providence Social Club and downstairs at Club Hell. Now, as I mentioned before, and by the way, we liked the place so much that George Garner and I actually took out some upcoming dates. So if you're in a local band, not only can you go to TonyJones.org and click on the contact page, or rifreeradio.org and click on the contact page to get us your music or be here in studio for an appearance and a Facebook Live, but also we're going to have some dates to fill down at Alchemy. So if you're looking to play out, be sure to drop us a line. That's how much we enjoyed Alchemy. But as I mentioned earlier, and if you've been listening to me for any length of time, I used to be a wee bit, I know this may be hard to believe, DJ Psycho Eddie, I used to be a wee bit of a wild man back in the day.
You know, I find that very hard to believe.
So, and actually, this isn't even due to my wild man nature. I was actually sick, and I was playing on stage, playing drums, sitting down at the time. It was a really hot night up at Jerky's, so all the windows were open. So the stage was against the glass and against the windows, and, you know, second floor up, I should mention, and Richmond Street was below. And so I was sitting on a drum stool, and I was kind of right up against the window. We had a big 5-piece band at the time, so I was pushed all the way back. And as the set goes on, I'm starting to feel more and more nauseous, more and more gross. But, I'm making it happen. I'm getting there, playing the drums. All of a sudden, I got to throw up. Now, thinking, do I try to just stop mid-set, run across Jerky's, try to make it to the bathroom and throw up, risking puking in the middle of this room? And it was a fairly busy night, so there were people all over the place, a crowded club. So I instead decided to turn my head and puke out the second-story window onto Richmond Street below. Luckily, nobody was down there. But, yeah, I barfed out the window and continued the set and finished the set. Actually, two of my bandmates, their backs were turned, of course, facing forward. They didn't even know I was back there puking out the window. And but one guy did notice, and you want to stop? No, I'm good now. You know how you get one of those illnesses where after you throw up, you feel like $1 million, and that was the case. As soon as I puked, I had a drink of water, and I was ready to go for the rest of the night. But yeah, I unfortunately puked out the second-story window at Jerky's way back in the day.
Now, having gone out with you platonically, just to clarify,
we don't want to get added to any groups.
Exactly. Having associated with you outside of the business aspect, I can actually honestly say this. I also have had a touch of the brown bottle flu. I have on occasion gotten sick, but fortunately for me, I can put on, I don't know, Freebird or something that's 13 minutes long, and puke, get a sandwich, do what I could go take a nap if I wanted to, and go back, and no one would know the difference.
When I was a live DJ and when I was an over-the-air radio DJ, I always had Rock Lobster on cue. It's about 6 minutes long, so if you got to take a leak, if you got to go get a cup of coffee, pop on Rock Lobster, you got a good 6 minutes to hang out.
Well, when I first started DJing, I know Big Shock, I was at the strip club, and I always had to have Freebird, the 13-minute version of Freebird, because during the day I was also the bouncer at said gentleman's establishment. Right. So it was kind of a joke that when Freebird came on, either I was sick or someone was in deep trouble.
And you have 13 minutes to get this lowlife out of the club.
Exactly. It never took that long, and I always got back well before the end of the song. So, but yeah, that's like DJ 101. Always have a backup plan, never let it go quiet, and that's how you do it. But as far as puking out a second floor window, that's a new one for me.
Now, unfortunately, DJ Psycho Eddie wasn't at my show. He was part of an absolutely huge show that happened at FET last night. And if you go to facebook.com/RIFreeRadio or facebook.com/Tony Jones Show, we actually shared some videos that DJ Psycho Eddie shot. Looked like a huge crowd last night for you up at FET.
Oh, easily 500-600 people came through the door. Upwards, I would even say venture going closer to 600 people came through the door. Orgy, Powerman 5000, Knee High Fox, Death Valley High, Sorrow Seed. Just a whole bunch of really good local and national acts came through. I was DJing the main room, and yeah, I know for a fact that a lesser man would wither and die if he tried to keep up with me. I know this because I now have a nephew who's a roadie, and he helps me out. I'm going to call him out by name, James. He plays rugby for University of Maine in Bangor, and halfway through the day, he's looking at me like, how do you do this?
And that turnout is despite the fact that there was a football game going on. Now, if you're not from New England, you might not know that football in New England is like church. It's like secular religion. And the sports bars, as I came out of Providence, were absolutely hopping last night, but some of the more artistic clubs were a little quiet. That didn't seem to affect what was happening at FET.
Well, it didn't. The people who are diehard football fans that were going to the sports pubs anyways went.
Yeah.
The people that kind of on the fence, I like the music, I like the football, they actually have 5 big screen TVs, whatever you want to call them, LCD screens, big ass screens. They had 5 of them with the game on.
Wow.
So unfortunately and unfortunately, one of them was directly in front of the DJ booth. So when people are staring, and I think they're staring at me because the screen is literally line of sight directly in front of me, people are pointing, screaming, F you, you suck. I'm like, I got to hop out of the booth and kick
just playing Freebird.
I'm ready to hop out of the booth and kick. Then it dawned on me halfway through me getting ready to run down the stairs and whoop some butt. Oh, that's right. There's a TV in front of me.
We're going to head back down to the music now. One of my favorite bands on tap for you, and actually will be off the air in 2 weeks' time because Tony Jones and the Cretin 3 are playing a matinee up at the Midway Cafe with the Nymphadels, who we just played, and this next band. He is the incomparable Johnny Earthquake. The name of this track is I Feared for My Life. You heard it here on the Tony Jones Show.
But the paycheck is great, and I fear for my life. There are people who rob, murder, and rape, and I fear for my life. This ain't no Andy Griffith, ain't no barn and fire, where every flip phone looks like a knife. What will become of my kids and my wife if I should pay the price? I fear for my life. Well, the good and the bad all start to look the same. I fear for my life. I feel like I'm trapped in a bad video game. I fear for my life. I've been watching too much Walking Dead. You gotta shoot the bastards in the head. It's better off them than me instead. That pays Christ, I feared for my life. Well, you never know what's behind that door. I feared for my life, so I sprayed her with bullets just to make sure. I feared for my life. I offered up my deepest regret. I should have gotten an award, but I get disrespect. Then you start to hate the ones you're supposed to protect. I know I was right. I feared for my life. He was only a boy, but it looked like a gun, and I feared for my life. I said stop, he started to run, and I feared for my life. So I shot him in the back, and it fell to the ground and started crawling away. So I shot another round, started reaching for his heart. Was that some weapon that he found? The course would prove I was right. I feared for my life. Yeah, I feared for my life. The law was on my side, and I feared for my life. All these things I say to you ever pass me by. When all the words I spoke, they made you cry. When I sound too demanding, when you're right. When I look right into night, you said to me I'm leaving. You said to me I'm nothing much. You said to me I'm leaving. You said to me I'm nothing much. Oh, oh, oh. Time is not on my side now, but feel I've been cheated.
shine like diamonds. Lose my candlelight. The streetlights spell your name like the billboards in LA. Fleeting moments pass and it's gone forever. The wind will whisper love songs in my ear and I'll sing. Goes by these lines, go out fast, stretch out long. I can't think of anything. So tired from all of these mile street signs fade. I can't think of anything. They're so cold when you're all alone. I've counted the hours till I went back home. And I see you sitting there with a radiant stare. Feels I've been gone forever. And the wind will whisper love songs in my ear and I'll sing. Goes by these lines, go out fast, stretch out long. I can't think of anything. So tired from all of these mile street signs fade. I can't think of anything.
Coming out of a double shot of Mikey Saint right here on the Tony Jones Show. We heard him plugged in and we heard him unplugged. Unplugged right there with The Drive. Then before that, She's Leavin'. And then last time we chatted, I brought you into a little Johnny Earthquake. I have the pleasure of playing with Johnny Earthquake on the 29th up at Midway Cafe. We haven't been out that way in a while, so if you're tuning in and you're from the Boston area, hope you can check us out. It is a matinee show, 4 to 8 p.m., which I'm very happy about because that night also happens to be the night of the Royal Rumble, which is one of my favorite, probably might be my favorite wrestling pay-per-views of the year. So as soon as that last band finishes up on the stage, the second they hit their last note, I'll be in the car and I'll be slamming my gas to get back to Rhode Island so I can check out a little Royal Rumble. Not only is our good friend Mr. Lenny the Loon listening in, but Joe, a.k.a. Slappy the Clown, he's tuning in. They're tuning in from West Warwick. I want to thank you guys for checking in with me. Of course, Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. On Twitter at Tony Jones in RI. I do check out the social media accounts throughout the broadcast. And, of course, be sure to go to TonyJones.org. Click on the contact page. We are a mere 40 days away from Terracon, which is going to be February 25th and 26th in Providence, Rhode Island. Go to theterracon.com. It's a horror, paranormal, psychic, rock, and wrestling convention. This is the second Terracon, but they skipped a year, so I actually didn't make it out to the first year, and I'm really looking forward to checking that out. Of course, we'll be covering that throughout the weekend. Be sure to swing by our table, and as always, we'll have some freebies for you. We'll have free stickers. I'm trying to get some Tony Jones and the Cretin 3 merchandise up for that, so be sure to stop by our page and stop by our table. And if all else fails, chances are we'll have the free candy bowl. Now, there's just something so wrong about a 7-foot dude, and chances are a guy dressed as a clown asking if you'd like some candy. But there will be free candy available at our booth at Terracon. Yes, at Comic-Con. DJ Psycho Eddie, how many times did we say, would you like some candy, little girl?
You know, that's a running joke. People have filmed me doing that. I grab the candy bowl, get that really twisted look about myself, and I actually tell them this is going to be the creepiest thing you're going to see all weekend long. And this is coming from a place where you see Harley Quinns that should never be dressed as Harley Quinn, or Captain Sweatpants, and here I am the 400-pound clown with a bowl of candy. Would you like candy, little girl?
Now, that was before the big clown thing of 2016, the big controversy. But where else can a clown ask if you'd like some candy and not get in trouble other than Comic-Con, Terracon, and maybe a few other places? But, if you did that in your daily routine, chances are you'd be in the clink.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sure I would be facing some serious jail time doing anything that I do at Comic-Con or any of those others outside of there.
And that's what makes these conventions so appealing. I mean, really, it is just pure escapism.
You let your inner freak out just for like 2 or 3 days, and it sets you straight until the next convention. Granted, there's no bodies left behind, and there's no real carnage happening.
When Monday comes, you're a little tired, but you're still a free man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have yet to do jail time, and I have caused multiple people to wet themselves at a convention, and they still keep letting me leave without handcuffs.
One of the things I'm very excited about is if you're a Stephen King fan, the Christine car is going to be there. Now, Tony Jones and the Cretin 3 have a song called Christine, which is fully about this car, Christine, and it being a killer car. So hopefully I'll be able to get over to the car and get a picture taken with that. Now, speaking of cars, our own DJ Psycho Eddie got into Herbie the Love Bug a few years ago. And yes, Herbie the Love Bug does still exist.
Yeah, I got into him.
At the kind of calling of the owner of Herbie the Love Bug. He really wanted you in there.
Well,
he even offered it up for free.
You see, there was a trade. He has a son who is absolutely petrified of clowns. So we made a trade. He wanted me to shoot a video. He filmed it with his phone, basically to terrorize his son, to stop bothering his other son or whatever, just try to keep his son in line. And for doing a 1-minute video, he let me take in pretty much an unlimited amount of photos in Herbie the Love Bug. Not to mention, getting in and out of that thing was not pleasant. If it wasn't for the windows being open, I'm pretty sure you would have heard the sound as I was getting out.
That's why I stayed away. Now, as a promotional photo for Rhode Island Free Radio, I was thinking of a picture of, you in the front seat and me in the back seat, but I think we would have just blown that thing out and we'd be owing this guy,
it's
$20,000.
It's a Volkswagen. There's only so much weight those things can handle.
Let's head back to the local music now. If you can believe we're starting to run out of time, but I want to get to a few more tracks. We're going to hear from Melissa Bella Rosa up next for you. Here's Moving On right here on The Tony Jones Show.
Well,
house with a lawn and a dog, married with 2 kids. But only if you're straight enough to take it. We've sold a lot of nonsense over a wide picket fence. Make us fight over dollars and cents, laughing our resistance. I'm a paycheck away from bankruptcy and a one-bad day for being on the street. Spend 25K on a master's degree, make 11 million an hour doing that entry. Whoa! You said that of the American dream is never really quite what it seemed. Raising a glass is the death of the American dream. Designed over time to inflict debt and drag us down. Slavery with benefits and lots of stuff to watch on TV. I'm not my credit rating, my industry's creating. Let's see them running back into the sound of our awakening. I'm a paycheck away from bankruptcy and a one-bad day for being out on the street. Spend 25K on a master's degree, make 11 million an hour doing data entry. Whoa! It's the death of the American dream. Never really quite what it seemed. Raise a glass to the death of the American dream. We need a new dream. 'Cause I'm done sleeping. To the death of the American dream. It's not so costly, and we want you all to know. 21st century extroversion isn't enough to sell your soul. We can't deny it. I wants you to behave. 21st century mass perversion was voted up online today. So tonight we come 'cause girls love digital. Girls love digital. Girls love digital. Girls love digital. You know we're watching. We're the audience you like. Put a sexy pic on your profile. Show them all how you've gone wild. So tonight we come 'cause girls love digital. Girls love digital. Girls love digital. Girls love digital. It's okay, it's safe, man, do it anyway. All day, get his name and let those haters hate. Not your fault, there's no law, and we love you all. Keep score, get some more, take total control. They say it's not right for you to act this way online. But if the whole damn world is gonna try to cut girls and ladies shine, your most dangerous life. So tonight we come 'cause girls love digital. Girls love digital. Girls love digital. Girls love digital. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
coming out of a double shot of some Down City Armory right here on the Tony Jones Show. Girls Love Digital, the name of that one. Before that, we heard Thompson's Beat, of course, some Down City Armory there. And then last time we chatted, I brought you into a little Melissa Bella Rosa, Moving On, the name of that one. And with that, unfortunately, we are just about out of time. Be sure to go to facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. Hit me on Twitter at TonyJonesNRI, TonyJones.org, and RIFreeRadio.org. Don't forget to click on the contact page if you'd like to be in studio. Send us your MP3s, and of course, if you'd like to play live, as I mentioned, George Garner and I have some dates coming up at Alchemy in Providence. So if you're in a local band and you'd like to hit the stage with us and, our regular group of fantastic local talent, be sure to drop us a line there. I am going to leave you now with a little live Juicehead right here on the Tony Jones Show. This is Lorraine. Thank you all for tuning in. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Holding back, but I can't bear.
From Monday to Tuesday, you don't have any fun. From Wednesday to Thursday, just gonna out for a run. Friday and Saturday, you're always getting drunk. And Sunday, you stay at home and never go to church.
So fucking empty, man. I can see it in your eyes. You're so fucking empty.
All right, My Night Outers. That's a little bit of an eye-opener for you. The band Shed, the name of the song, Empty. The amount of trouble I'm in, huge.
Our treasury is going to be empty after we get all those fines from the FCC.
Thankfully, if you're listening on online, because, well, we're not on the air yet, thank God, you're listening to My Night Out Radio only on RI Free Radio just because of stuff like this. I want to apologize. I did review the song. Unfortunately, I was a bit intoxicated when I did that. How many stories start off with that? I was intoxicated, and the FCC got involved. Just so you know, everybody, if you didn't listen the last couple of weeks, I just got off of a show yesterday. I did a 13-hour show.
Damn.
With a couple, like 500-600 people showed up at the door, possibly more, I don't know. All I know is Fat Ballroom was packed, absolutely packed. There was only one minor incursion where they had to escort a few people out. And about 40 people left the room because, well, they had no other choice. It was either leave or get kicked out.
This must have been later in the day, right after people have been partying since noontime.
Yeah, this was actually when Power Man 5000 was on. The last band was on, and literally you could just see a whole group of people go right quickly out the door and not to be seen again, which fortunately gave enough room for everyone else to spread out just that little bit. Now, I didn't have to spread out because I was in the DJ booth pretty much, well, the whole time. I got there at 10 o'clock in the morning. I was there until, well, about 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning. And it was a nonstop excitement, nonstop awesome music. People that were coming up, I mean, everyone had their A game on as far as the bands. And as far as the customers, as far as the attendees to this show, it was just an amazing day. By the way, if you want to be part of the show, I'm going to be jumping around because, number one, I've been drinking. Big shock there. Number two, I'm just exhausted, and I really didn't take notes for today's show. So after Tony's done beating me with the rubber hose for all these F-bombs, he's going to help guide me along a little bit today. Anyways, if you want to be part of the show, mynightout@verizon.net. Hit me up with an email. We'll get your music on. We will get you on. We will interview you. You could talk about anything you want, and pretty much we'll cover anything. Also, mynightoutri.com is the website for all your upcoming events. Facebook.com/mynightout. Twitter and Instagram, DJ Psycho Eddie. Like I said, the show last night, Knee High Fox, Death Valley High, Power Man 5000, and Orgy, most of which you'll be hearing at some point tonight. I posted up some videos on my personal Facebook. If you want to check it out, I did like 3 or 4 songs. Actually, with Power Man 5000, I got like upwards of like six or 7 songs, and it was just absolutely amazing. And I feel bad, but unfortunately, the same night I was booked for that, Tony, you had a little something going on over at Alchemy.
Yeah, I had my first view of Alchemy, which is just, as I mentioned earlier on my show, I think that they broke the idea of buying that club right here on My Night Out Radio, and I got to say, man, they fixed that place up nice from what I can remember back in the day. I think it's really going to be a key location in local music and just a great place to hang out.
Well, you actually hit the nail on the head from what you could remember, because as the story you relayed on your show just not even a half hour ago, you actually did some pretty horrible things there back in the day.
Not only, and I got to say, the amount of time I spent at when it was Jerky's and a little bit when it was Providence Social Club, Tony Jones and the Cretan 3 and my old band, the Goners, we played that a lot. Then I had a DJ night at Jerky's for a while, and then I was a guest DJ regularly once a month at another night that took place at Jerky's. But as the old story goes, I was in the old setup. The stage was towards the windows, towards the street, and as a drummer, I was a sit-down drummer at the time, so I was sitting right up against the windows. It was a really hot night in Jerky's. All the windows were wide open, no air conditioning up on the second floor there. And this actually wasn't from drinking or any other illegal substances. I actually had the flu, but being the trooper I am, I decided, we'll go on with the show. So
we'll go with that.
I'm sitting there, I'm playing, and I realize I'm going to blow chunks any minute here. And my choices are to get up, stop the set mid-song, run across this packed club, try to make my way to the bathroom, and throw up. Or I can turn to the right and just barf out this open window. So that's what I did up on the second floor on busy Richmond Street. I turned to my right and just yacked right out the window. Now, I was also reminded that at one point, and this was because of overconsumption, I actually tried to urinate out the window, and my friends were kind enough to stop me and pull me back away from the window. But yeah, I guess at one point I was reminded that I tried to pee out the second floor window.
Well, I can honestly say you've done some stuff even I wouldn't. Well, I have not gotten to that point yet. I'm not going to say would never do because, things happen, especially when you're dealing with entertainers, which they run the gambit. But
and luckily I was lucky enough to have good friends who saw me unzipping and could tell from where I was standing what I was about to do and stop me from doing it. Or I'm just assuming that I wouldn't be allowed back in that establishment.
Well, as we've discovered, depending on what the establishment is, you can be barred for life one week, and the next week you could be back and have no trouble at all.
I had that exact issue at Denny's. I was asked to never come back to Denny's. I actually signed a piece of paper that said I would never set foot in a Denny's ever again. But turnover is so quick in restaurants that about a month later I went back and nobody realized who I was because it was all new staff.
Now, you see, only once in my life have I ever been kicked out to the point where they asked me to never return. I had gone to a local bar, and at the time I was working with a lot of young ladies, single moms, take your pick. Anyways, I had consumed far more than I should have before I even got to the bar, and when someone, basically someone came up behind me and grabbed me by the backside while I was at the urinal, and when I turned and realized it was a guy, I realized I was in the wrong place. I was in the men's room, doing what I was supposed to be doing, and it was a urinal. However, the type of bar it was one I probably should not have been in the condition I was in. Fast forward about 30 minutes, 5 police officers and all security staff. I was on the outside, and I was asked to please not return. Not in so nice a manner. Well, we'll leave that as it is because it's.
I think that we could do a full show on
things not to do in a nightclub.
I'll trade one more with you, and that is we're playing this really trendy place in Providence. It's no longer there, but it was on the front end of having unisex bathrooms. So just one bathroom, guys and girls go in there, and we had come from all-you-can-eat wing night before the show, which, by the way, made me learn my lesson. I no longer eat. I won't eat a big meal before we play out. I'll wait till afterwards, and that's why I'm always hitting these places up after gigs because I'm absolutely starving because I've starved myself all day before I got on stage. All you can eat wing night, and I had all I can eat. You be here for our type. So I get to this nightclub. I know we all hate to use public bathrooms, especially nightclub bathrooms, but I really had to go. So all these beautiful women are in the bathroom. They're getting ready for the night. They're putting on their lipstick, making themselves all pretty. I run in there, kick open the bathroom door, and just unload in front of all these beautiful women getting ready for their night out at the club. I mean, you could hear them gagging at the mirror, putting on their lipstick like, I mean, I just went for it, man.
At that point, it's better to bear the shame than to bear the pain.
Or just hang out in the bathroom till they're all gone, so nobody sees me. But I stick out like a sore thumb, so the rest of the night they're telling their friends, that's the guy that unloaded in the bathroom earlier tonight, especially when I got up on stage.
Oh, jeez. Well, let me take a break here before we get in trouble.
Before my counseling session goes any further.
We're going to leave here with a guy from New York, Kor Razik. He hit me up. He dropped off some music to me a couple months back. This is one of the first tracks he gave me. The name of the song is Rockstar. We'll be back in a minute.
Well, I'm here to blow your mind. Rockstar of another kind. When we hit the stage, I'll take it for a ride. When there's plenty to go around, haters try to get it's showtime. Bright lights, cat fights. I am a rock star. VIP, your daddy's worst enemy. Yes, I'm a rock and roll star. Well, listen to the beat. I got the party, so come with me. We're going all night. Come on. If you're looking for some fun, then I'm gonna get you some. We the people, all the people, you kick ass, we'll do the same. Let's go crazy. If you're down and singing with me, if you want me, you better come and get me. Bright lights, cat fights. I am a rock star. VIP, your daddy's worst enemy. Yes, I'm a rock and roll star. When I hear that sound of the crowd, don't matter if I'm bumping out to live on the line. Sing it one more time.
this steel cage and take your place with the rest of my minions. Your only purpose here is to please your queen. It's what you've always wanted in your darkest dreams. Kneeling at my feet, encased in black, sheep so best to see. Fulfill your deepest desire to submit to me. Scum! Waste! Rats! You are nothing but scum, a worthless joke, a slave at my disposal. You're here to be a servant and nothing more. Your soul belongs to me now, forevermore.
All right, my night outers. That was Sorrow Seed. The name of the song, Divine Submission. By the way, the lead singer, Lilith Astaroth, good friend of mine. I had a chance to work with her last night at the big show I was just talking about, Freak Fest 8. Now, I've been working Freak Fest since Freak Fest 4, and they've been doing it roughly every 6 months. You can do the math from there. Needless to say, I've got a lot of time and effort involved in the whole Freak Fest franchise.
It seems like Black Sheep Entertainment was just here the other day talking about Freak Fest, and that was 4 years ago.
Yeah, no, it's really taking off. After 8 installments, and just when you say to yourself, what else can he add in, or what else can they add in? Just Insane, by the way, he is the most A, energetic, and B, I get tired watching him. I'm tough to keep up with. If you get me in a nightclub scene, I can go for days, and I don't have a problem. And I watch Justin, and he just tires me out because he is just a ball of energy.
And that's what I was thinking when you were talking about, having a 14-hour gig as a DJ, where at least you can prop yourself up behind the DJ booth and sit down for a little while. I mean, I can't imagine running a 14-hour gig like that. I get exhausted running a 3-band gig.
Well, honestly... By the way, if you didn't hear that, I unfortunately did. Tony just exploded. But getting back to our original discussion before he was, before Tony exploded, I can't understand how he has the energy and just the capacity to keep everything in line, on time, and in check. It's a sight to see, and he does have help. He does have people running the main stage, the second stage. One person handling the money and passes. Everyone has their job, and everyone does their job well. I can honestly say, working with Black Sheep, I don't have a complaint. I am very happy working with them. As long as he keeps giving me work, I'll keep working. But getting back to Lilith is she's just an amazing performer. Number one, she has an awesome range vocally, but she also has many irons in the fire. Not only is she lead singer for Sorrow Seed, she also does modeling. She travels the world, really. Not that long ago, she was at a fetish convention. I think it was in Germany. I'm not 100% because, as you'll hear right about now. Oh, crap, I already cracked that one. There we go. We're drinking Jeremiah Weed, sarsaparilla-flavored whiskey, and, of course, my recollection isn't quite what it probably should be. But anyways, Lilith, she does so much stuff. I mean, she's another one of those people that you get tired of, just trying to figure out everything that they do. And then you find out just another piece of information about her, and you're like, holy crap, she does that too, or she has this feather in her cap. Really great person to talk to too. If you ever get the chance and she isn't really focused on something, because she definitely gets what I would call tunnel vision, where if she's focused on either getting to something or doing something, you can't break her concentration.
I think that she sounds like a fantastic interview for My Night Out Radio, if she's not in Germany.
Well, that's kind of the problem. I've talked to her a few times, and she does want to come on. The hard part is actually making the time on a Sunday to stop what she's doing.
Right.
And even at that, even if she's not doing anything, Sunday's pretty much her only day free.
Yeah.
So, I don't know about her, but, I like to have a free day once in a while, and I can't really fault her for not coming out, because she is absolutely balls out 7 days a week.
I was demanded at home to take a free day, so I tried it for like 3 weeks, and I absolutely hated it. I'm sitting on the couch, and I'm like, this sucks. Like, what do I do?
Well,
luckily, there was a Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives marathon on the TV, so that helped a little bit.
Well, with me, I have also been told to slow down, because if you may not know this or not, I'm getting older. And unfortunately, I don't bounce back from these 14, 18-hour gigs the way I used to.
You need 14, 18 days to get used to it.
Well, as you noticed, and if we look across the room here, is where I store all my DJ and sound equipment. I had to take a bunch of it out to go do yesterday's show. And, well, it's still in the back of my truck right now.
Also, if you look to the left here in our studio, you'll also see that we're missing a drum set, because I played a gig last night and my drum set is still out in the car. I pulled up to the door. I said, I'm going to unload this. And I said, no, I'm not. And I just parked.
No way in hell. I got to wait a day or two before I could even contemplate getting all that gear out of the truck.
Now, to your point, and I'm not trying to call you out on your own show, but towards the end of the year last year, you told me you're going to be selling some equipment, you're going to be slowing down. And then when we were here on Friday night, you told me about this litany of bookings you had coming up over the next 6 months.
Well, that's kind of like the double-edged sword with this. People don't think about you during the winter or when things slow down.
Yeah.
I purposely try to slow down November, December, because you have all the holidays, and I just need the break. I was booked 42 weekends last year. It gets old.
And there's 52 weeks in a year.
That's it. So, I mean, with the exception of being sick, and even when I was sick, hopefully no one from my real job is listening, but even when I was sick, I was still doing gigs. So for me to not be booked, it's tough. And right now I'm actually trying to limit myself to only every other weekend, every third weekend, trying to do a gig. So if you need to book me soon, because I've already got most of the summer taken up. So, you know what? We've been yapping for quite a while. Why don't we get back to some music? Here's actually a bunch of bands that
classic.
I work with. A lot of really good stuff. We're going to start off with Orgy, name of the song Blue Monday. We'll be back in a minute.
more total control. Now is there anybody out there? Now watch yourself, cause we can't go. What is it really that is in your head? One little life that you had just died. I'm gonna be the one that's taking over. Now this is what it's like when worlds collide. Are you ready to go? Cause I'm ready to go. What you gonna do, baby, baby? Are you going with me? Cause I'm going with you. That's the end of your time. What is it really that motivates you? The need to fly or this fear to stop? I'll go along. When you realize when we get there, I see 9 of 10 drop. Now who's the light and who is the devil? You can't decide, so I'll be your guide. And one by one they will be chosen. Now this is what it's like when worlds collide. Are you ready to go? Cause I'm ready to go. What you gonna do, baby, baby? Are you going with me? Cause I'm going with you. That's the end of all time.
You are a robot.
All right, My Night Out, as that was Kilgore. The name of that song was Senorita Beefeater. However, that was an unreleased mix from 1994. They got together to do a tribute for Joe Moody this past summer.
Yeah, probably this past summer.
Well, actually, I got the shirt on. I if I had a mirror, I could tell you the date, but we're not going to go into high technology like that. Before that, we had Knee High Fox, which I had the pleasure of working with last night. Light as a Feather, Stiff as a Board, Power Man 5000, When Worlds Collide. Also had the pleasure of working with them last night.
Now, if you'll allow me some shameless self-promotion, if you go to rifreeradio.org and click on the blog page, you can find my interview with Orgy and my interview with Knee High Fox.
And Orgy was how we started off that foreplay with Blue Monday. You like how I worked that in? Now, I do have some sad news. It's not the same sad news that Tony had on his show. After 150 years, Ringling Brothers, Bonner and Bailey Circus is closing up shop.
Closing their tent.
They're going to have one more performance in Rhode Island. Then after Rhode Island, they're going to New Jersey. And then that's going to be it.
Crazy.
You know, I remember this is how I started as my interest in being a clown. I mean, granted, other people had a guiding hand in some of the aspect of what I've done. But when I was a kid, I've always fascinated how clowns could really evoke so many different emotions from different people. Like some people loved them, some people really hated them.
And what kid didn't threaten their parents with the fact that they were going to run away and join the circus?
Exactly. I did it. I didn't know what the hell I was going to do in the circus. You know, have you ever seen an elephant turd, by the way? Because I threatened my parents I was going to run away with the circus. I don't care if I shoveled elephant poop. And until I saw it, and I realized, wow, crap, I got to get a lot stronger.
Well, you know, after a sizable meal, I probably are pretty close to an elephant turd, you know, so...
Well,
we could get you some. We could get you some on-the-job training.
Having had visual confirmation of the size of an elephant turd, trust me, it's bigger than your head. You would be dead if something like that ever came out of you. But anyways, that's
How do we get to that?
Very quickly. That's all I know. However, I do want to get to a little bit of a pet peeve. Pet peeve, kind of a rant. You know, less than a month ago, or about a month ago, I went to the grocery store. I go to the grocery store every week. I'm pretty sure everyone else does too. You know, as long as you eat. You know, however, about a month and a half ago, walking through the grocery store, everyone was nice, polite, happy. They weren't being what's the word I'm looking for? A jerk. But we'll keep this PG-13, unlike the start of the show. Today, I'm going through grocery stores, you know, typical weekly shopping, and I just wanted to literally take the carriage and run people over. They were just being complete turds.
And it's not even around the holidays. I mean, you see that a lot around the holidays.
I think that's part of the problem. Everyone gets into the quote-unquote holiday spirit.
Right.
They want to, you know, be the better man, better woman, better person, and show how nice they are.
Right, especially going into the new year. And then about 2 weeks into the new year, they're back to their old selves.
Well, that's the problem. Like, I mean, I'm walking through one of those tofu fart and fairy type establishments. And
I know them well.
Well, yeah. As I'm going through, I'm not going to mention any names, but it kind of sounds like Mater Hose. Anyways, we're going through, and people are just cutting you off. And literally, I had someone, carriage to carriage, smash into me.
Damn.
It's like, are you kidding me? Now, granted, this was a 15-year-old person. I'm hoping it was a boy. I'm not going to. Anyways. And even after that happened, the kid's parent, again, I'm hoping it was his parent, didn't say, hey, say you're sorry, or, oh, I'm sorry, my son's an idiot. You know, they just, oh, okay, yeah, we had to suck it up.
Those days are over.
You know, no, I honestly, I was in a very, once I got out of the second grocery store, I was in such a foul mood. Maybe you heard of my friend Tito Vodka. He was pretty much the only thing to help calm me down at that point. And this goes hand in hand with what I want to say. Basically, if you're going to be a jerk, either A, don't go out in public because you got to deal with people. Number two, if you do have to deal with people and you're going to be a jerk, expect a little bit of a verbal backlash, because I scared the hell out of some 15-year-old kid. Now, I'm not going to get into a racial, ethnic slur here, because that kind of stuff really doesn't bother me, whatever your background is. If you're a jerk, you're a jerk.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're pasty white, dark as night. I don't care who you are. However, if you're going to be a jerk, and I say, oh, jerk face. Of course, I said something that started with A. Actually, I'm going to get the explicit tag on this anyways by the opening. Screw it, I'm going to say it. I actually said, hey, asshole, you hit my shopping cart. Can you at least say I'm sorry? The kid looked at me, and I dropped an F-bomb in the middle of said grocery store, and Of course, my wife hid behind
She put her handbag over her head.
And everyone knew my wife was with me because chances are a guy like me is not going to have a pocketbook right in the child seat of the grocery cart.
Now, the way things are going nowadays, you're lucky that that kid didn't bring you up on assault charges. I mean, that's how thin-skinned some people are in the new generation.
What? I would love to see the day that happened because I just happen to have a friend, two friends at this point now who are lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is an entertainment lawyer, and I would just love to have my team of law experts. One of them I have on retainer with a bottle of Jameson, if you know who that is. Anyways, yeah, just don't be a jerk. I mean, it doesn't take much.
I'm a pretty laid-back guy, and the two day-to-day chores that just absolutely drive me nuts is going to the laundromat and also going grocery shopping. And I just realized it now while you're telling that story, it's not necessarily the actual chores, it's the people that you're going to have to be surrounded with while you're doing the chores.
If I could do all this stuff away from everyone else,
right,
I would not have a problem. Unfortunately, you have, and I'm going to classify them all together as stupid people that I have to contend with while I'm doing these chores. I love grocery shopping as long as there's no one around me.
I like grocery shopping on the day that they're giving out all the free samples, because I'm cheap.
Well, I don't care about being cheap. I will drop $100 on a good steak. I don't have a problem with that. The problem I have is if I have to deal with some moron who just has a meltdown for some arbitrary
because
reason.
They left the house for the first time in 6 months.
Got to get out of mom's basement. So we're going to cook a simulated lobster and seafood salvage dinner for my girlfriend. Well, I'll digress on that. We're going to go back to some music. We're going to leave here with a little bit of Adapter. The name of the song is She's Alive. You're listening to My Night Out Radio on RI Free Radio. We'll be back in a minute.
Nothing
Night Outers. That was Senior Discount.
Did you see the video of Chuck from Senior Discount eating the hot wings from Boneheads?
Yes, I did.
Freaking hilarious.
I feel bad for the guy. He suffered. Anyways, that was Senior Discount, and that's Goodbye. Before that, we had Adapter, She's Alive. And unfortunately, we are out of time.
Flew by.
Like, I literally have so much more stuff to talk about, but unfortunately I can't because...
I even had some extra stuff prepared because I thought, Eddie did a 14-hour gig yesterday. Maybe I can lighten the load for him, and I didn't even have to talk about any of that stuff, such as Jim Nellis's chicken wings.
I know, Jim Nellis's chicken wings. Unfortunately, we can't talk about any of that. We'll have to save that for, I think it's 3 weeks from now, because the next 2 weeks...
Yeah.
Next week, I've got a private engagement. Week after that, you've got something.
I'll be up in Boston. In Baston.
And so you're going to have to tune in 3 weeks, ladies and gentlemen, to hear what I have to say, or what was supposed to be said tonight.
And don't worry, in 3 weeks, we'll be even fatter and even drunker.
That's the weird part. I'm still losing weight from the whole thing I had in December, the diverticulitis stuff.
I've been on the straight and narrow myself, and
I haven't.
The awesome thing has been doing the chicken wing throwdown and actually getting some real food in me.
Well,
you can only go so far on the tofu.
We will talk about all of this in 3 weeks. However, we got to go. Thank you for listening, everybody. This has been My Night Out Radio, Rhode Island Free Radio. If you want to get your stuff out there, My Night Out Radio at Verizon.net. We're going to leave here with good friends of ours, Blindside Thunder. The name of the song is Tequila. Have a shot for me. Have a good night, everybody.